Good morning. It's Monday, 23rd September 2024. It's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. What a week it was last time, and it ended in a glorious, what shall I say, successful for the Bulls. And this is what happened last Friday. On Friday, extreme volatility, both on Nifty and Bank Nifty, but all's well that ends well, and both of them closed at record lows. Record highs. What am I saying? Nifty registered a gain for the second day, and it rose and closed at about 25,800, led by M&M, ICICI Bank, and JSW Steel. Nifty Bank, which was the laggard and which was quite hated by a lot of people. People thought it will not go up. We were confident that it will lead the rally, and that's what it did. It gained for the seventh consecutive day to end at 53,800. ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, which got up, and Kotak Mahindra were the top gainers. And Nifty Mad Cap, not Mad Cap, Mid Cap Index, 3 days it was down, and then on Friday it went up and closed about 1.5% higher. As far as stocks were concerned, Tube Investments, Max Healthcare, Macrotech did well on the mid cap index. Realty was the biggest sectoral gainer. Soba and Loda Phoenix led the rally there. Only Nifty PSU Bank did poorly, and maybe its time will come sometime, and it'll come down. And when it comes, it will also flare up, in my opinion. Please note, I am not a SEBI registered advisor. Just these are my thoughts, and most of the time when I talk of stocks, we will be holding positions across our portfolios. We have right now about 40 stocks in our portfolio. PSU Bank is over. Then we go to what happened in the week itself. Entire week, 25,800, as I said, and we said for second consecutive week. We had the Nifty advancing. Nifty Bank hit an all-time high at 54,000, and gained more than Nifty at 4%, and broader markets actually underperformed. This is what I've been hinting on. In the fifth wave, the broader market will underperform. Only a few stocks and a few indices will go up. I repeat, it will be Nifty Bank and some components of Nifty, which will make Nifty also go to much higher highs. In fact, the topic for today has been that will Nifty make new highs? I suspect it will make, and it will make significantly higher highs over the next few weeks to months. Small cap lost 0.8, mid cap was near all-time high, but still it didn't perform as much as the broader market. Then, as I said, in the Nifty, IT actually dragged down the index. LTTS, TCS was weak. TCS did bounce back a little bit. I think TCS should bounce back this week. Infi were held firm. On Friday, we had an extraordinary buying by FIs, about 14,064 crores, and DIS sold about 4,400 crores. That is why the volatility was created when the DIS sold, but FIs mopped up the supply at lower levels. So with this kind of numbers, I think we should do well going ahead. Let's see how India compared with the rest of the world. If you see, India has done reasonably well. Nikkei actually is the leader with 3.3% over the week. Today, Nikkei, Japan is a holiday, so you won't have Nikkei. We'll have to contend with what Hang Seng does. And there is 1.2 trillion. What is that? China is coming up with they're putting liquidity into the system. They call it a stimulus package. So we will know more about it as the days progress. But right now, Nikkei is close. So Nikkei was the big. Actually, Hang Seng was the biggest winner, because Hang Seng also adjusts its peg with the dollar. So they had to reduce interest rates. They did reduce interest rates in line with the US. So that was 5%. Nikkei was 3%. We did not bad. We did better than US in that sense. Nasdaq was 1.42, S&P was 1.36, and we did about 1.71. Then on Friday, what happened? Friday was a quadruple witching day. Quadruple witching basically means that every quarter on the third Friday, all the major, all the what shall I say, components get squared off, expire. So it's something like our monthly expiry. We do not have anything like quarterly expiry. Their quarterly expiry is big. So you have the options, stock options, stock futures, index option, and index futures. Four of them. That is why it is called quadruple witching. On a monthly settlement is that is always Friday. So generally Friday our markets are weak, but Friday was extraordinarily strong. So I expect it to carry forward to this week. And when we enter the final week on Monday, you will see generally volatility, and on Wednesday probably you see the highs, and Thursdays may be a normal day. This is generally the pattern. It is not necessary that it will repeat. So on Friday, what happened? It closed Dow Jones closed at a record high with extraordinary volatility, which was expected. So it closed about 30 and odd points. Nasdaq and S&P lagged, and that was also expected. But they have closed S&P and Dow have closed fifth positive, had a fifth positive week over past 6 weeks. Then Europe on that day, on Friday, was down across the board, but that should not affect what is going to happen today. Oil, Brent closed slightly lower, and gold has again hit an all-time high, and that is a place to be in. I suspect we are bulls on gold for quite some time. Actually, gold and silver. Uh, so commodities, if you look at it, Brent has actually moved up this morning. On Friday evening, it closed at about 74 half. Around 75, 76, which used to be a traditionally strong support for Brent, should act as a resistance. As I said, gold hit a new high. Silver also crossed 31. 33 is where if it crosses 33, I think we'll get another $5. Technically, that will be a good breakout. But right now, it is still below that 33. And then let's look at the brokerages. Major brokerage, JP Morgan has come with its India strategy. They are being very cautious on small and mid caps, which I think we have been seeing it in the performance of small and mid caps. They are afraid of crowding out by IPOs and additional issuances. That is my biggest fear. This bull market will peak out when the biggest IPO or FPO comes, and I suspect that will be Reliance IPO, which will come sometime, and that could be one which will shake the market. So the good news will shake the market. It will get subscribed. All the IPOs will get subscribed. All the FPOs will get subscribed, and people will be in a euphoric state. This is just my thinking. And once the big boy comes, and that could be the turning point for the our Indian markets for a long time to come. So right now, there are a lot of skepticism. People are not willing to believe that this market can go up any further. The walls of worry are high, but the market likes to climb higher the wall, and it'll climb that much more smoothly. JP Morgan is not bearish on mid and small cap in the longer term, but in the short term, they are being very cautious. So they are looking at electronic manufacturing, which is now the in thing, power, infrastructure, EV, and digital transformation. But we are going into banks. This is an interesting point which I wanted to share. People talk about the market is not coming down at all. The market is overheated, but you just look at the PSU stocks. Engineers India, which we hold, is 30% of the highs. But we bought it somewhere when it was coming down, and it has come down further. UCO Bank 32%, IRFC 30%, MMTC 31%, and the Cochin Shipyard, which was very hot some time ago, it's down by about close to 40%. Bharat Dynamics, another defense stock, is down by about 36%. IRCON, railway stock, 34%. MRPL, again a refinery stock which took off, down by 37%. Hudco did well on Friday, but yet it's down by about 29%. So that is as far as the PSUs are concerned. Vodafone Idea will be in the news because on Friday they hammered it below $10, 10 rupees, and it has bounced back slightly above 10. We have Vodafone in our portfolio. We are thinking of adding because I think at this level the risks are less, though there is a brokerage note of Goldman Sachs which talks of it going to 2.5. So we are planning to buy it. We are not yet bought it again, but that is one plan I have. I don't know whether we'll execute it, but keeping the Friday's low as a support, I was thinking we should look at it. Vodafone has got some positive news over the weekend, and today there is a press conference by the Vodafone management. And note that 33% of Vodafone is owned by the government of India. So it's very unlikely that government will just let go. Only on this basis one can be positive about Vodafone at this point of time. So Swiggy is eyeing an IPO, which will be a big one, 8,500 crores. They may file it this week, is what the talk of the town is. So basically, what we are seeing is a buoyant market, uh, and but a volatile market nevertheless. One should hold tight, and I think one should do well at the end of the day. We are, as usual, cautiously optimistic. We would like to beat TFT, that is buy today for Deepavali, and Friday was a good day for us. Thankfully, we held on to our nerve, and today also we plan to do that. Whatever you do, I hope you have a successful day. Thank you for joining me here. It's Vijay signing off. Goodbye.